To be perfectly honest, I'm not terribly comfortable speaking like this. By this, I mean with sincerity, but I did want to share with you that when Anna first called me and told me she was getting married, frankly, I was overwhelmed with emotion. The emotion I was most overwhelmed with was panic. Total panic, because, you see, I knew I would have to give a speech, and yet I already used my good wedding speech when my brother Jeremy got married, and I did not know what I was going to do, and the panic, it just got worse and worse and more crippling, and until it became so unbearable that I decided to, just stop worrying about it and stop being a baby about this and just do the adult thing. And so a few weeks ago, one afternoon, I sat down at my desk and I thought a few minutes about Anna and Jakob. Then I took out my fountain pen and I wrote out a check to a speechwriter. And I instantly felt great. My worries vanished immediately. And then the speechwriter, he dies before I get my speech, which was just so selfish of him, because now here I am and I have nothing. Nothing. I am completely left to my own devices and the stream of conscious thoughts. I have no help from any professionals, and so, I mean, basically it's like every Donald Trump speech ever. Please hold your applause. No, we're not making, well, this is not a political speech. Come on, folks. Except there is one fundamental difference between me and that. And that is that I actually have a working knowledge of what I'm talking about. The reason for that is because as Anna's older brother, I got to watch her grow up. I got to watch her be this toddler, obsessed with the Lion King, and sometimes pretending to be the Lion King, and it was very cute. And then I got to see her become this middle schooler, obsessed with the Lion King, and pretending to be the Lion King. And that was wonderful. It was like this vibrant, active imagination, intact, in motion, ready to go. And then finally, I got to see her blossom into this beautiful high schooler, obsessed with the Lion King, and still pretending to be the Lion King. And then I began to worry, because, I mean, I've read Flowers for Algernon and Of Mice and Men, and I started to make some connections, but what I was inaccurately perceiving as, let's call it group home behavior. What that actually was, what rational humans call that, is exuberance. And Anna has it in a way that's like a superpower. I mean, for instance, if someone doesn't like me, it's probably because they pick up on one of the many things that are wrong with me. If someone doesn't like Anna, it's probably because there's something wrong with them, because she genuinely relates to everyone, even my friends, and they were all born during the Calvin Coolidge administration. I mean, she just has this amazing way of making everyone feel good. She's like Valium, but human. And for someone like Anna, who makes everyone else such a priority, she so deserves someone like Jakob, because, I mean, if you go to Anna's Facebook page and you look at the things that she writes about Jakob, which are not hard to find, they appear every hour on the hour, but if you read those things, it will become so clear to you that he makes her happier than anyone deserves to be. I mean, I just think they are so absolutely perfect together. I remember they once called me, they were driving and they were on their way to play laser tag. And after that, they were going to go buy a new Nerf gun. And they were doing this by choice. I mean, they actually thought it was fun, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the clinical definition of delusional. However, the thing is, they both found someone who's the same wonderful brand of delusional. And whether you know it or not, that is what we're celebrating today. That Anna can continue to pretend to be the Lion King because Yaakov, he not only tolerates it, he joins in. And with all of that said, if you would please raise your glasses. Here's to Disney. Well, not Walt Disney. He was an anti-Semite, a bad one. But we're talking about the wonderful world of Disney. And to my sister of many years, Anna, and to my new brother, Yaakov, may they remain wonderfully delusional together. And may they never, ever become sane. And perhaps most importantly, may they reimburse me for that wedding speech I paid for but never got. You may drink, thank you, and good night.